I never knew that everything would turn out this way. Okay, I am that woman that is trending on social media for leaving her 15 years marriage with 5 kids because her husband refused to pay her bride price. Now, here is the full story you need to hear. Like, this is how everything started. Because everyone is dragging me on social media for like staying in that marriage to bear 5 kids before I now realize that my bride price need to be paid. Okay, so I'm not against anyone dragging me. I don't blame anyone. I blame myself. But here is the full story. It was my mistake. But that time, I didn't know my left and right. It all started when I was 13 to 14 years. Okay, so they came. He's an only son, and you know, only son they usually marry early. All right, because of our Igbo tradition. So when they came, so we were preparing for the introduction because my parents, you know, approved it. They approved of it. Yes, because that time I was an only child. So they also needed grandchildren as well. All right. So now we were preparing for the whole introduction and everything. I didn't even know what marriage is all about. I didn't know. Him, the other hand, didn't know much about marriage. He was 18 years at that time. So we didn't know our left and right. Okay. So they now came and did the introduction. So after the introduction, I followed them home because according to our tradition, once they do introduction on your head, you have to follow your husband people home and stay there for 4 days. That is 4 market days. Then you come back and tell them if is your report that will say that will determine if the marriage is going to continue or not. So along the process, I got disflowered by him and I got pregnant. Okay. So when I came back, I got pregnant. So according to tradition, bride price cannot be paid when I'm pregnant. So I will have to give birth before they will not pay the bride price. But my people told them that they can do other things on the list. They can even do the traditional marriage ceremony and pay everything on the list except the bride price, which they can even come later after I must have done giving birth. They can come later and pay that one. That one is just something that they can do in the parlor with 1,000 or 13 naira, depending on the amount my people said that they should pay. They said no. You know, it becomes an issue because this is just someone that the sisters and the, like say, cousins, because there are other men. It's like the mom's sisters were supporting the whole thing. So they were like, okay, we have to wait. So I didn't know that they were convincing him not to pay the whole thing until I give birth. That they want a male child. That if I give birth to a male child, they will not come and pay the bride price. I didn't know. And another thing is that the sisters, they wanted him to marry someone else. Like there's this particular girl that they want him to marry, but you know, it's like he didn't like the girl or something like that. So they were not even happy that he did not accept whom they wanted him to marry. So this whole thing, both the male child stuff and he didn't marry the person that they wanted him to marry, all this whole thing turned out to make them to tell him to wait, that after giving birth, that if I give birth to a male child, that they will not come and pay the bride price and do everything on the list. So that was their own plan. No, we didn't know. It was later on now that I'm beginning to hear the whole stuff. So now, when I now came in, after I gave birth to a baby girl. You understand? So their actions, the way they started behaving strange at me. But my husband wasn't behaving that way towards me. Okay? So when I now said, when my parents were like, okay, we are waiting for you people. They said no, that they should wait. I just gave birth now. The baby is not up to 7 months. So the baby must be 1 year before they will now come. So along the line of waiting for the baby to be 1 year, so I got pregnant again, which something happened. It didn't hold, okay? Because I don't want to mention what actually happened on that one. So we're not telling them to come and do the whole thing. Me, I didn't even know what was even going on, you get. So they said no, that a brother will not come and pay my bride price until I give birth to a male child. Me, on the other hand, I've already entered now. So I took in again, and I gave birth to another baby girl. They said this was how everything started. And that time my husband will continue begging me to stay, you know, like to stay, that I should not mind them, this and that he will come and do it. So the sister, there was this particular job that the sister, connected him into, all right? The job was giving him money. He started making money. From there, he gathered money and traveled abroad. After I gave birth to the second girl, it was hell. It was hell for me that time, that my husband was outside the country. It was hell for me that time. In fact, they don't allow me to do anything. Every other money that he's sending is to them. So they give me just only feeding money. All right, I was enduring, waiting for him. He will call me that time and tell me to wait. I was waiting till he now came back. And I got pregnant again and gave birth to another baby girl. That was how this whole saga started. They said that he will not continue that marriage with me. But because he loves me, we were like holding on. This was how the whole thing started. This was how the whole hatred started. They started doing everything. They will come to our house. They will control him. They will tell him what to do, how to treat me. But in their presence, like the whole thing started like if he wants to come and do the needful, they will tell him that they will not follow him. And you know now, you are an only child. When you want to go and do something and your family are not going there with you, there is no way that thing will work out for you. So we kept on, hoping on God. That was how I now said, okay, let me get pregnant again and see if God will do, if there will be a miracle of a male child. All right? I took in again and I gave birth to a male child. So, that time the saga is already there. The hatred is already there. Like, they don't want to, they've been giving me headache. So on the process of telling them, oh yeah, now let's go, I was not the one reminding them, you are still owing my people, oh, come on, I'm not fully married, oh, come and do the needful. Before you know it, along the process, that my baby, that one, the male child I gave birth to, they said I should make it two. It was along the process. That one did not even reach up to 7 months. I took in again, and I gave birth to this one I'm carrying at my back. That is 2 boys, 3 girls. So it was this time now. That was why I said, Oga, you must come and do the needful. I told you that if you did not do the needful, I will go. I will take all these my children back home because my parents are already angry with me. They are saying that I should come back. I've given them what they want. I've given them 3 baby girls and 2 baby boys. So what am I still doing there? They should come and do the needful, or else these children belong to us. So now, according to our tradition, I cannot just go back to my people without my husband approval. So when I got home, so they said no, they will not accept me. I should go back to my husband's house. Let him call them on phone and let them know the reason why I am back home. Because me coming back home, he's supposed to follow me straight and come and tell them what is happening. And then again, fix a date for the men's deal. So that day, before I packed, I was already having an argument with my husband when I was telling him how will he allow his sisters to control him. Like, this is not marriage at all. This is not how it's supposed to be. So he was not like, let's convince them. I said, when are we going? For how many years are we going to convince them? 15 whole years. 15 whole years. Like, I don't want it again. So I had to now pack my things. That day, I was so emotional. Like, I didn't know how to feel. I had to make that video and post it online. I didn't know that video would go viral that way. I didn't know that these lovers, these 3, they are going to post that video. I didn't know. So that's how they get to know that I posted such video online. That was how they started coming after me. You see how this whole thing started.